Hey dear viewer, this is a video discussing yesterday's updates. That was RuneMetrics, the godbook improvements, and the patch notes. I know that I usually include the RuneScape updates to my progress videos, but I decided to move away from that. Because, let's be honest, it doesn't really fit in there. So from now on, I'm going to make separate videos of the updates. Sure, those videos will be shorter, but that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Now onto the update itself, and let's start with the Rune Metrics. This is a system with a lot of interesting features, and I believe that it's especially useful for people who focus on XP gains. So, not really that useful for me. But when I first saw an image of this on Motsalen's Twitter, I was immediately sold. I became a fan of this system, and I actually was really looking forward to it. But most of all to that DPM meter. I've been hoping for a DPM meter in RuneScape for a very long time, and now it's finally here. But sadly, you need to pay extra to access that, because it's a part of the RuneMetrics Pro. For me, that is a huge bummer, and I don't agree with it at all. So, this had the potential to be the update of the year for me, but since you need to pay extra for that DPM meter, that is no longer the case. And even though I'm not the poorest RuneScape player, I'm not even considering paying a bond for that. But listen, I do understand why there's a RuneMetrics Pro. Some of the features do require a large amount of resources. So that makes sense that additional fees are being asked, and that is perfectly acceptable. But I don't believe that the DPM meter falls under these conditions. Does that feature really require extra resources? And a large amount of it? I find that hard to believe. So in my opinion, that DPM meter needs to be a free service of RuneMetrics. One thing I like about RuneMetrics is a drop log, and that luckily is free for everyone. This feature will come in handy when I'm going for 99 crafting, because now I can keep track of my drops, from the Queen Black Dragon that is. The godbook improvement is also something I've been looking forward to for a long time, and now it's finally here. They are now equipable in the pocket slot, and that was something that was needed to be done. Because let's be honest, they made some shitty offhand weapons, especially for their price. I honestly don't know what the developers were thinking when they designed the godbooks for EOC, and yet it took them over 3 years to correct that mistake. So this update is way overdue. But hey, better late than never. And they actually did a very good job with it. Each godbook has their special attack too. Those special attacks are based on the God Wars dungeon generals. Though I wonder what general Guthix's book is based on. These special attacks can only be performed when activating the godbook. And activating it of course costs charges. To recharge a godbook you have to use a page on it. How the numbers are exactly, I don't know. This mechanic makes the pages even more valuable, which is a good thing for me since I love doing clues. Also, they might be making additional godbooks. For example, a Brassica Prime godbook. And these additional godbooks will be beneficial to skillers. So I think that's a very good idea. Also, if you lose a book and you wish to reclaim it, it now charges you a fee. It costs 100k to reclaim a normal godbook, and for an illuminated godbook you pay 120k. And before this update I knew this change was coming. And still stupid me forgot to reclaim all my godbooks. Yeah, sometimes I don't even know where my head is at. Ah well, I consider that another lesson for me. Lesson number 300 or something. Now about the patch notes. There's a huge list of invention changes. There are way too many to mention. Also, my knowledge of the invention skill isn't good enough to judge those changes. So you'll have to check them out yourselves. And besides that, there aren't really any remarkable patch notes that I like. However, there's one that saddens me, and that is the discontinuation of the Dwarven Instinct aura. Those who follow my progress videos will know why I love that aura so much. that aura basically gives me a lot of elite clues. So, goodbye my favorite aura, I'll miss you, and that's all for now. I hope this video gave you more insight about last RuneScape updates. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel to see more, and let me know what you think in the comments. See you in the next video!